Good evening. Woo! Yeah. This is a lively group. Yeah. All right. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rob Sacasa, Marianne's brother. I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you on behalf of Jeff and Patty, my mom, Marianne, and I for coming here. When we started talking about all the people who were coming from out of town, we said we really got to count, right, where they're all coming from. We realized, outside, not counting the U.S., we have people visiting from 3 countries. We have 13 different states in the U.S. And that we actually, and you'll have to forgive us, I'm a CPA and Marianne was an engineer at one point, so we counted how many air miles. 109,141 air miles. People flew to be here. So thank you all. Now, why are you guys here, right? For Steve and Marianne. And, I know I don't look it, but I'm almost 10 years older than Marianne. Thank you. But I've always looked up to her. Even though she was my little sister, I've always looked up to her for the young lady that she's become. And I was actually just telling her, I don't think I'd ever told her this, but the first time I met Steve, I knew that he was the one. And I said, I was like, I could see the sparkle in her eye when she was around him and how at peace she felt when she was with him and how happy that made me. So please join me in a toast to the Strasburgs, Steve and Marianne. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. We have another toast. The Man of Honor toast. Are we ready? Oh.
Hello? Okay. So first, some administrative stuff. I was told right before the wedding, right before the reception to say this. The mentor card you guys have, please put it in front of you on the napkin so the servers know what type of food to give you. Okay, so now the speech. I'm sorry I didn't come in a dress. I tried looking for one. They told me I was too manly for one, so yeah, I'm in a suit. My name is Albert. I have known Marianne for a very long time, technically since 4th grade. There is a photo of us together in a club, but really, we didn't speak to each other until high school. And in high school, I don't quite remember. I guess that's what happens with good friends. You don't know when it really started. We just started talking, and eventually we became good enough friends that we could even talk about religion without angering each other. As you all know, Marianne is very Catholic. I'm also Catholic, but we have slightly different views. And we've been able to talk with each other and, not get angry at each other over this. So one day, a couple years ago, we're driving getting on the highway, and she tells me, Albert, so I haven't told you, I've been seeing this guy for a couple months now, and I really want him to get to pray with me. I'm like, wow, this is like kind of serious down inside. It's like, how do I get him to pray with me more? And I told her, go slowly, he's not very religious, just do a bit at a time. So, Stephen, I'm sorry if I'm brainwashing you, that was my suggestion, I apologize. So that comes up. I thought nothing of it until a couple months later. Then we hang out again. She comes back down to Miami. And we're talking, and she's like, so thank you very much for that advice. It's been working. I'm like, oh, that's very good. I'm glad, very happy. And then every time, for several months after that, every time she talks to me, she's been happy with Steven. So I still haven't met this guy yet. I don't know who he is, but she just keeps on talking to me about him. So like a year later, I go to visit her, and I make sure every time before I visit that she's free that weekend. But it turns out they changed her schedule that weekend, and she had to be on call that night. So that night she left me, and she threw me to Steven. So I spent with Steven like 6 hours alone. I'm sorry about that too. But very awesome guy. He took me out. We went bonding over beer. We went to a comedy club. We drank some more, drank a lot throughout the whole night. But then at the end of the night, the thing that caught me, like, that hit me the most was this guy lived on the, like, other side of town from Marianne, and he took me all the way to Marianne's place and made sure I got off and got to her apartment before the night was over. And that right there sold me on Steven. So, and the rest of the weekend was hanging out, having fun, Marianne coming back with a story of a guy whose eye popped out and all that fun stuff. But throughout, like, Steven just welcomed me into his heart with, like, no reservations, helped me out, made sure I got home to her place safe, let me stay with her on top of that. So really big trust right there, really large amounts of trust right there. So Steven, man, you're already doing the thing number one to me for Marianne. You're making her happy, you're making her smile. She's never called me crying about you. So keep up the amazing work, dude. Toast to them. And I'd say just keep going at it. Have a very, may you live happily ever after, hopefully.
Thank you. Now we have the best man toast. Are we ready?
So for those of you who do not know, I am Kevin Strasberg, Steven's brother, his youngest brother. This is Matt. He's the middle one. So I just want to start off with thanking everyone for coming out. We know a lot of you had to travel for this. So Steven, you finally found someone that can tolerate Andrew WK and watch horrible Steven Seagal movies with you, so congrats. Steven's been a great older brother to me. We spent had a lot of experience with him. He gave me my first beer. He introduced me to AC/DC and Led Zeppelin when I was younger. He's always pushed me outside my comfort zone way further than I would ever want to go. I remember the first night Steven introduced me to Steven introduced me and Matt to Marianne, and he was visibly nervous, and I was surprised by that because I've never seen Steven really nervous before. And he really wanted us to like him, and like her, and I was really confused by that also. Luckily, he didn't really have to worry because Marianne is so great. She's the type of person when you first meet her, it seems like you guys are longtime friends, even though it's the first time you've met her. Marianne, just to let you know, you have a very large responsibility that I don't think you're quite aware of. You're going to have to take care of Steven, you're going to have to protect him. You're going to need to kill spiders while he squeals. You're going to need to sweep away frogs and clean anything that remotely resembles vomit. So, Fruit Loops and milk, just a warning. Take it to that. So basically, he may be a doctor, but you need to be the man that he can't be. One more warning. He kind of, when he sleeps, he sounds like a cow that's unsuccessfully being smothered. So try not to finish the job. So you two clearly make each other happy, and it's great having you part of the family, Marianne. And I know you guys are going to have a great future. And as Andrew WK would say, keep doing what you like and like what you do.
So first off, I'm Matt, and congratulations to you two. It's a very happy moment. I mean, it's a party, of course it is. But take away all the well wishes, the music, the obnoxious friends and family. Let the world just fade away to a whisper that you don't care if you hear. And the two of you would still be smiling just as wide. That's because of the heart of it, the heart of the joy you feel right now is the love you have for each other. The happiness you have in this moment is definitely a high point in your life, but it's also the new baseline for your life together. This love, it's the challenge of a new future, the will to accomplish any feat, and the strength to endure any failure. There will be many great milestones ahead that we can't wait to share with you. Yet, life is fickle and you will face disappointment. But understand, in those moments, you can always find each other, let the world fade away, and take comfort in the love you have for each other. the same love and happiness you feel in this moment, your new baseline. I'm excited to be a part of your future. Stephen, I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you. Marianne, it's an honor to have you in our family. To many years. To many years.
All right.